how to get help with your marketing. Yes, help. Ooh, easy, eh? It's John. It's the Marketing for Owners podcast. And I want to help you. Now, as you know, I talk over and over about marketing, about tips and so on. And many of you, thousands of you actually, thank you, hello, much appreciated. Love you. Love you guys. Many of you will listen and think that is a good idea, but I don't have the time. I don't have the staff. I don't want to do it. I don't know how to do it. It's great. I'd love to be able to do it. I'd love to be like your company, John. You must have hundreds of people doing it, etc., etc. All these thoughts go through your mind. And remember, the entire point, my raison d'etre of this podcast is for your business to become easier. Now, simple terms, for it to become easier, you need a way to get new clients, and you need a way to almost guarantee having new clients all the time, or new clients or people who want to become clients all the time. That is the first step in making your business easier, because that's the biggest pressure off. I mean, of course, you may have financial problems or big bank loan or something like that, but generally these things come from not having the right number of sales, or not having profitable sales, or the right type of customers. So we start with the marketing. So I'm giving you the heads up on the whole purpose of this. Once we have that sorted, we can then look at other things, the way we deal with the staff, and having the staff create your systems and all these kind of things. So let's start with this marketing malarkey. So you are too busy, and that's why you're suffering. So your business is not unusual. It's exactly the same as anyone else's. My business, all right, in my business, there are, and I mean the fire safety thing, there are a ton of things I want to do, and or we want to do as a company, but we don't have the time or the staff. We have recently broken all our sales records. Now, I have to say, it will partially be related to the major fire event in the UK, which is awful. But it makes people think about things like that. But our staff are rushed off their feet. But we also have a big direct mail presence that's building up, and we've been building up our sales. Now, in the marketing things, the other things we want to do, we struggle. So what do? We get help. We get help from outside. And here's the thing. You might think, well, I can't get help. I don't have anyone to help. I cannot afford to employ. And that's the beauty. So I'm just going to give you some ideas of how to find people, because we can't afford to employ them either. There's no difference with my business and yours. It's just that mine has perhaps has a bit of direction and goals and has this stuff in place. So we have the methods to generate the sales. We then need to catch up with the staff to actually fulfill them. We do actually fulfill them, but they stretch a bit. And I believe as of this week, we have a temp in the warehouse. We don't normally use temps, but that's one option. Okay, so one option, you can use a temp. Now you might think, oh, temps could be expensive. But is that an assumption? Have you ever hired a temp? And let me explain. A temp, so the reason we took on a temp rather than, say, for instance, one of our staff's kids who's just finished their A-levels or just finished their GCSEs for the summer, who would be of an age that and capable of doing this, a temp centres a warehouse worker. That guy is experienced at working in warehouses in various situations in short term, so he learns quick because he knows he's done it before. Our business is very different from any other business he's worked in, but the underlying methods are the same. So there's one thing. Think about a temp. A temp will be very, very good at what you need, and if they're not, you go to the agency and get another one and say, this one isn't working out, I want another one. You pay by the hour and the fees. So no long-term commitment. If it doesn't work, don't bother. You can have bookkeeping temps, you can have absolutely anything. And yes, you can have marketing temps. But you can have people to do anything. And now, because I've given you most of the skills, you can tell them what they should be doing. And if you join the Owners Club and check out the roadmap, where we go through foundation, modernisation and growth at just £29 a month, you can do most of it in a month at, at theownersclub.co. Just go there, sign up. If you join that, you have a full roadmap of what they need to be doing. You don't even have to do it. Honestly, it's step-by-step stuff. So that's one. Now, I did mention, students. Students, right? So right now it's the summer. Students, my daughter is at university. She finishes this weekend. She's off 4 months. A, they haven't got any money. B, they're bored. C, they're racking up debts, etc., etc. They want to drink. And they are a lower age, so they come under lower costs. There are minimum wage requirements, but they're going to work on casual basis, and they are intelligent. You might think, oh, but they're only young, what can they do? Hey, get them on social media, they'll show you what they can do. Students, so what's wrong with that? How about sixth formers? They're also intelligent, and kids, I can tell you, are keen. And you might think that kids are useless these days and can't do anything for themselves, but they've never often had bosses other than parents and teachers, so they respect being told what to do. I don't mean like teachers don't bullying them and, beating them and send them to the corner, but they are used to being given a job and having to do it. Think about it. What would they cost? How about an intern? Now in the UK we don't really use interns because I don't think we're allowed to use free labour, but I don't know the rules. I'm sure there's a lot of unemployed people. There is probably someone who would work for you for experience or work for you on the potential of getting a job in the future to prove themselves. Intern. How about just short-term labour? Hire someone and simply tell them, I need you for 2 months. I need you part-time for 2 months. Are you thinking, well, who's going to apply for that? Trust me, we've done it. Or I need you for this month, for just 1 month. It's possible I may need you for the following month, but I'll let you know at the end of the month. We've done that. How about work, my favourite, work at home mums or stay at home mums. So for instance, one of my staff is currently going on maternity leave. Now, she's actually coming back because she wants to come back part-time. However, she's very, very good at her job. We want her back. There are a lot of mums who choose not to come back full-time that are highly intelligent, had extremely good jobs, extremely competent, and are going absolutely bonkers, stir crazy, talking about nappies, diapers and kids with their friends. They want to do intelligent work. They will do it for less because they don't have the expenses. And if they're local, put an ad in the newsagent's window, etc. or Tesco's. Yeah. So if they're local, they don't have all the travel and all that stuff and all the hassle. How about college projects? Go to a university, say it's a photography thing. You need a load of products shot for your new website. How about going to university to a college to a photography thing and giving them a project to help them with their studies? How about just a virtual assistant, a general assistant? You think you don't have to go to the Philippines, you don't have to hire them in India. There are people who will do this work in the UK. And if you're going to use sites such as Freelancer or Upwork or People Per Hour, you can specify that you want them in your country. There are people who do the work on these sites freelance sites in your country. There are plenty of ways of getting help. Stop the excuses, please. There you go. I'm sure you can think of others. Now, it is Thursday, time for the podcast, our Drive Time podcast, and this one is also this fabulous Jonathan Fields. What an incredibly nice bloke. It's called The Good Life Project by Jonathan Fields. Just look it up, look at the number of ratings, it's fabulous. Tomorrow is our ones to watch. Tomorrow, great bloke, British bloke, and a great speaker, and you can tell it when he's talking. Warren Cass. If you've not heard of Warren Cass, he's got some great things for you. That'll be tomorrow. Enjoy.